All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are welcome to another series of our weekly market analysis. We do this every Saturday. We look at the market together, the major pairs, our indices like XP 500, NASDAQ, and Dow Jones Industrial Average, that's US 30, those ones, and then we we look at what the market is going to do and where the market will likely go for the new week. We also look at what it has done the previous week. So that's what we look at, and that's how we do every Saturday, 8 p.m. So tonight we're going to be looking at what has happened and what we anticipate going forward this new week. All right, so last week, this is the dollar index weekly chart. Last week, I told us that we want to see a lower dollar. If you watch my analysis video, last week video, you will see it there. I told us we want a lower dollar, and I placed where I expected price to get to my anticipation. I can see how price, in fact, touched it perfectly. But I can see how it is. Let me expand it so you can see. So look at how price got to that level. Now, what was the level? What was I looking at? Doing this thing? Why did I frame this setup? If you go to your daily time frame, you go to daily time frame, you'll see that this is the inefficiency. You see FBGF, this candle's week high, this candle's high, and this candle's low. That's the little FBG. And I wanted price to fill it before we see movement higher. All right, that was what I anticipated. Now, as at last week, Saturday, we were here. This was where we were. It was Friday last week. This is Monday. This week I just finished. Tuesday, Wednesday. This Tuesday was CPI. And Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, trying to fill in the FBG completely. Now, I want to see the rejection on Monday because we have other block here. This is other block inside FBG, nested inside an FBG. So we want to see, or FBG nested inside the other block. So we want to see movement higher now. That's what I want to see. I want to see movement higher. I don't want to see it going lower. I don't want to see it going lower because remember we are bullish long term on dollar. We are bullish long term on dollar. What we saw last week was just a retracement when to fill to get to an area of inefficiency. So we are there now, gotten to that place now, and I want to see movement higher from Monday. So Monday, I want to, if you check very, very well, you will see that there's still small inefficiency, just small. It didn't touch the line totally. Okay. So we might see Monday weakening through to fill in completely and then movement higher. I want to see this area get violated. So I want to see movement higher prices in dollar index this week we're entering. All right, from Monday, I want to see movement higher. Okay, that's what I anticipate going forward. All right, it has been an objective. We wanted a bearish week, and the week was in fact very, very bearish. So I want to see movement higher. Okay, it has gotten to, if you see, this is a low, a high, a lower low, and it broke to the upside. So this is a breaker block. All right, a bullish breaker block. Extended out in time. That's traded to it. That's where it is. And inside the daily FBG nested inside bullish order block on daily time frame. So we'll fulfill the bearish objective. I want to see higher prices now. Okay, I want to see higher prices. That's what I'm looking at. So this week we're entering. I want to see it trade bullishly. I may be wrong, but that is what I am seeing on the price. Okay, that's what I'm seeing in price right now. I want to see bullish movement higher. Okay, so that is it. So that's my anticipation for uh, the dollar index. All right. Remember early this month, I told us that we will see a drop in price. We dropped. I told us this retracement. We did the same thing. I told us this this expansion lower to this downside, it has fulfilled all our objectives. So what I want to see now is unwillingness to go lower and willingness to go higher. So I want to say higher prices now. Okay, I want to say higher prices. But if this low is sticking out significantly, then we might resume lower price. But I don't see that happening. I want to see higher prices. Okay, or wherever the market gives us, we trade in line. But at the moment, gone to my neck, I'm favoring the upside right now for dollar index. I'm favoring the upside for dollar index. All right. So this new week, we want to be bullish on dollar index. That means that Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD, NZD USD will be bearish this week. All right. So you can see that little area, that line there. This line is the high of the the low of the FBG on daily time frame. That's the low. So I want to see Monday we'll just week through, close it perfectly, and then start rallying higher. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for on the dollar index. This is daily 4 hours time frame. So that's what I'm looking for. You can see how this area, that's the FBG on daily. Okay, it's also like a breakup block coming back to test it. Okay, we have low, high, lower, low, broke to the upside. So coming back to test it, and then we'll rally higher. So I don't want to see this low. I don't want to see this low violated. I don't want to see this low violated. That's this. I don't want to see it violated. Okay, I don't want to see it violated. That's my analysis for the dollar index. So we were bearish last week. We're going to see bullishness in dollar index this week. We're going to see bullishness in dollar index this week. Okay, so that's my anticipation for dollar index. All right, so let's go to Euro USD. So for Euro USD, because dollar was bullish, because dollar was bearish last week, this was bullish. This was bullish. Okay, this was bullish. Now it has gotten to now. I didn't want it to be this bullish. Okay, I didn't want to see this. I wanted this. What do you call it? I wanted this BC here, this FBG that I marked out. I wanted to act as resistance, but in fact, it traded above it. So that means this high is in jeopardy. So Monday, Tuesday, want to see run above that high and then give up the ghost. Want to see run above that high, then give up the ghost. But if we close above it, there's no area of inefficiency again here, apart from the small one just here. Like if it gets to that point, then this high will be in jeopardy. But I'm not seeing that happening. I'm not seeing that because we have unfulfilled range here. So this is like saying, if you watch, let me show you something. On this high here to this low. So I've traded inside equilibrium. This is the 50% level. 50%, we've traded inside 50%. I want to see it take this high, all right? Trade to 62% retracement and then give up the ghost. So that's my anticipation. So we'll just see something of weak through this and then it will trade bearish. That's what I'm looking at because my anticipation for dollar is bullish this week, this new week is bullish. So if dollar will be bullish, then this should be bearish. So because it has gotten to this point, I want to see it weak through, take out this high, all right, then give up the ghost. Already we are inside a premium. So high, low, this is the midpoint, we are inside premium. So we just weak through and then go bearish. That's my anticipation. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for this new week. That's my anticipation. So I'm bearish, but it has to take out this high first before I can decide to go bearish. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, let me see how it runs that high. Then I will sell this this pair. Okay, so that is it on daily time frame. So let me take it off. Take it off. Good. So that's where I'm looking at. I didn't want this. I didn't want on daily basis. I didn't want it to close above it, but in fact it did. You can see Tuesday CPI took it higher. This is Tuesday, took it higher, closed above this inefficiency on weekly time frame. So it then consolidated and then we are seeing move higher. So with this high, is what I'm looking at. Trade above this high. And there is one small FVG here. So that's the threshold I'm looking at. This small FVG here. So that's it. So just whip through that and then give up the ghost. Monday, Tuesday, we want to see how it rallies around there and then give up the ghost. Okay, so that's those are our levels for Euro USD. 4 hours. That's that area I'm looking at. Okay. So take out this high, then trade inside this FVG, this small FVG here, and then give up the ghost and go lower. But if dollar keeps going lower, which I don't see that happening, I want to see that order block and FVG act as support for dollar index to take price higher. All right, that's what I want to see this week. So if that happens, then this will go lower. So it will just come rally up and then go lower. Take out all those trade below this area of inefficiency. That's my target, or at least trade into it this new week we are entering. All right. So I'm going to sell this if it trades above here. And once it takes this liquidity on daily time for this old high here, once it takes it out right here, once it takes this out, and I'll be comfortable to sell this thing. All right. So that's my anticipation going forward. All right. The next pair is the GBP USD, our cable. So for cable, it was also bullish. Remember, the dollar is bearish, cable will be bullish, fiber will be bullish. Now you can see that our breaker block held price. You can see how breaker block held the price. It didn't go above the breaker block, so it means that it might just take out previous week's high, that's last week's high, and then trade lower. Okay, it didn't take out. You can see it didn't close above it. Unlike let me show you. Unlike Euro USD, that it closed above it. You can see it closed above it on Euro USD, but GBP USD didn't close above that area. This bearish breaker block, it didn't close above it. So I was saying I felt if it closed above it, and this line I put, that would be the maximum level to get before it starts going lower. All right, so I want to see it start repelling lower. This breaker block should be able to hold price to send it lower. All right, that's my anticipation for this pair. Okay, on daily time frame, how did you do it? We have, this is Monday. This was Friday. It was Monday, Tuesday CPI, Wednesday, Thursday. You can see how we traded back into it. So it has traded back into mitigation block. So if you want to see movement higher, just take out this high, probably even this one, and then give up the ghost and go lower. All right. So I want to see downside movement. So we are also bearish on GBP USD. We are bearish on GBP USD. Okay. We are bearish on GBP USD. All right. So we're bearish on it on GBP USD. And we see down what movement. If I take out this high, it's permissible. We can do that maybe Monday, Tuesday, and then send this thing down. Right. That's what I'm looking at. So we are bearish on Euro, on GBP USD as well. We're bearish on GBP USD as well. The next one is our Aussie. Our Aussie was also bullish. Why? Because dollar was bearish. Remember, that's how these things work. Bullish because dollar was bearish, so this became bullish. I see the bullishness, okay, but it's still trading within that zone. All right, still trading within that zone. This inverted FVG here is acting as real resistance, okay, acting as serious resistance, and we might want to see one more spike above it, and then so still within it, within this range that I've outlined, and then because this is where my ultimate target is before the end of this year. This level here, I want this low to be violated before the end of this year. That's my target. Okay, so in week 3, and then start the resume is lower movement in AUD USD. So we also bearish here because this has acted as resistance multiple times. You can see. So we want to see a downward movement. If dollar is bullish, then this will bend the knee and go bearish. To bend the knee and go bearish. On daily time frame, do we have any area of inefficiency? Okay, this is, let me mark this area out so we can see it. Any bullish movement to get to this point, any bullish movement are permissible to get to this point and give up the ghost. All right, that's the R5 I want to see it straight to before finally giving up the ghost to go lower. All right, that's R5. I want to see it go up to, so maybe Monday, Tuesday can get to that level and then trade lower. Okay, so we are also bearish on AUD USD. We are bearish on AUD USD. Okay, so 4 hours time frame, what do we have? It has run it one more time, traded into inefficiency, come up higher. So you can run it again to this level and then finally give up the close. Okay, so that's fine. Let's go to NZD. We also anticipated bullish movements and see that's happening here, but I wanted it to go into this level. It didn't. This FBG is still holding it strongly. It's holding it really. I wanted it to get to this volume imbalance. It didn't get there. It's trading within this range. Okay, it's really heavy on the downside. So this is my target, and ultimately my target for the year is this low to be taken out. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. All right, so we'll be bearish on this pair. So we had Monday traded into this area. I couldn't take this trade because I didn't actually look at it. I forgot personal things took over, so I didn't know. I didn't check it. But seeing this on Monday, I would have taken this because I know that my analysis was bullish. All right, that was my analysis was bullish, and you can see how CPI took price higher. Tuesday, Wednesday created the high of the week. Tuesday created the low of the week, and then it traded, retraced back, to touch the low end of the FVG, the daily FVG. So what do you expect? It can spike up higher because these are clean highs. It can spike up higher to this level and give up the close. Okay, it can spike up higher Monday, Tuesday, and then finally give up the close. So we are bearish on. For the week, we are bearish for the week on the NZD USD. So remember that we are bearish doesn't mean that every week it has to be bearish. No, Monday, Tuesday, we gather to have weekly profiles. Okay, we can see Monday, Tuesday high, bullish movement, and then Wednesday starts dropping bearish. Okay, like for this week, we had last week we had Monday was bearish, Tuesday was bullish, Wednesday bullish, Thursday bearish, Friday bullish. So you just had this way rallied higher and then closed here. So power of 3, opened here, traded lower, Judas swing, rallied higher, expanded higher, here. So we are still being so this will go. I hope you can still hear me. If you can hear me, please just type 1. If you can hear me, type 1, please. If you can hear me, type 1. If you can hear me, type 1. If you can hear me, please type 1. If you can hear me, type 1. Are we together? If you can hear me, type 1. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Prince. Thank you, Florence. Thank you. Okay, so let's proceed. So if the dollar was to be bearish, then this is a real good, what do you call it, bullish structure to go higher. But the dollar is going to be bullish, then this will bend the knee to go bearish. That's why I'm favoring the downside movement on this. Oh, might just consolidate. All right, consolidate, but we are heavily bearish in the long term for NZD USD. Okay, next one is the USD card. Lumi. USD card, you can see the bearish movements. on USD card. So I wanted it to go lower than that, but it didn't do that. So it was still bearish overall. Okay, let's see how it played out. So weekly time frame was bearish. Let's go to daily and see what happened. I marked some areas. Previous week, I told us it's going to act as resistance to go lower. And you can see what happened. Monday, let me expand it so you can see it. So we had Monday, then Tuesday gave up the ghost. Thank you, Ayo. Tuesday gave up the ghost during CPI traded bearishly. We had consolidation on Wednesday and rally high again, try to fill in this inefficiency. So what do I anticipate? I anticipate higher movement. That's what I anticipate. I anticipate higher movement because we're at the area where this high is the suspect. It has to trade through that high. That's my long-term perspective, all right? It should trade through this high. Okay, so what am I looking for? I'm looking for higher movement. Okay, looking for higher movement. Let it trade and close above this inefficiency here. That will give me more confidence to be bearish, to be bullish on this. I'll give more confidence to be bullish on this step. Okay, that is it. Though I expected it to get to this level before the bullish movement continued, but it didn't get there. So let's see how this week. This would have been an area for me to actually buy it. This would have been an area for me to buy this thing, but it didn't give me that consolidated here. So let's see if it wants to go higher from there. All right, but I'm ultimately bullish on this pair. USD card. I'm bullish on it. Bullish. All right, so that's that for this. I want to see it rip up higher this week. I want to see it go higher. Okay, I want to see it go higher. Take out this high and see if you can challenge this particular. But what I want to my low hanging fruit for is to trade above this area here. This area I marked. This CB. I want to see trade above this CB because CB has done it to work. Trade up to it and then give up the ghost. So I want to see rally higher to close that above it. That's my anticipation for this. So I'm bullish on Luna USD card. I'm bullish on USD card. USD JPY. USD JPY finally touched that high. This pair has been very crazy. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. It's been really, really crazy. I had to stay out of this pair because of the sloppy price action. Okay, this high, you see how it's been, reluctantly getting there. Finally traded to that level, and see it finally traded to it. Created double top. Now retail traders will see this, or retail-minded traders will see this as resistance to go lower. But I want to see, I'm looking at this as, building more order, all right, sentiment, so that I can rip higher, all right. So if dollar is going to be bearish, bullish this week, that means this USD JPY will be bullish as well. So I want to see bullish movements this pair. On weekly time frame, what did we see? All right, so weekly time frame we had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. See how we did, trade up to this level. I want to see it rally high. So you could just come, take out this low Monday, Tuesday, and then trade bullishly. That is permissible. Take out this low. These are relatively poor lows. You can take it out and then trade bullishly. All right, you can do that. I'm bullish on this because dollar is bullish. This is bullish. And moreover, the sentiment is that it has created some form of resistance, like letting people feel as though this is double top, so resistance to go lower. But I actually see it as, building what they call the sentiment, and then to finally rip up higher to take traders out. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. So I'm bullish. If dollar is going to be bullish, then this is also going to be bullish. I'm bullish on USD JPY. All right, USD JPY. So I'm looking at bullish movements. You may want to dip lower, take out this low, and then resume the bullish movement. That's permissible. That's really permissible. It's not a problem for that to happen. Okay. That's about that. The next one is the USD CHF. Yes, USD CHF traded to our objective. I was looking for bearish movement on weekly time frame for USD CHF, and you can see that in fact it was heavily bearish. It was heavily bearish, and it traded to our objective. Traded to our objective. I didn't want to see close below it. Though it closed below it. Let's see on daily time frame what happened. So this was the FPG I was anticipating that price would trade to when it was here. On Friday, it was here. So I wanted it to take out Friday. If you listen to my analysis, I told us that it's going to take out Friday's high and then trade bearishly. And it was very sweet. Trader took out Friday's high and traded bearishly, to our objective, to our targets. And see how it delivered perfectly. That's traded to other block. So I want to see consolidation and then same price higher. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see price go higher. These lows should be left intact. I want to see price going higher this new week. Okay, we see price going higher. It should go higher to start. It should resume its bullish movement on this pair. It should resume its bullish movement on this pair. All right. Okay, take out this low on 4 hours and then rally higher. That's permissible. That's permissible. But bullish movement, we should close bullishly at the end of the week. We should close bullishly at the end of the week. All right, so I'm bullish on USD CHF. Okay, so let's go to our indices, SP 500 or US 500. What happened? Let's see what happened. It was bullish because dollar was bearish, so this was bullish. Okay, dollar was bearish, so this was what the bullishness was really too way too high for me. But we'll take whatever market gives us. It was actually very bullish. That we're looking at on daily time frame. So we had Monday consolidation, Tuesday during CPI, it went higher, traded higher. Then we had traded higher. Then we had Wednesday consolidation. As in consolidating all through. Now that's taken out this high. It may want to rip because this is for me. This area here is volume imbalance, and volume imbalance is a strong draw on liquidity. So once it trades to this level, then I want to start selling this. Okay, this volume imbalance is a strong draw on liquidity, but it might start going lower. So for this week, I'm actually bearish overall. But if it trades up to this level, it's permissible. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, trade up to this level and then give up the growth. That'll be very, very okay for me. But if it decides to consolidate and start going lower, it's still fine. It's still very much fine because I've taken out this high here. All right, that's traded through it on Wednesday. That's traded through it on Wednesday and consolidated. So one might want to see lower prices now. But if it trades up to this level, it's still permissible. This might act as resistance to go lower. In fact, I would favor it to trade to this level if I sell this on weekly time frame. If it trades to this level Monday, Tuesday, then to be a good sell for me. All right, that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. But overall, we will be bearish on US 500. That's SP 500. All right. So that's the analysis for SP 500. Okay, so that's it. So we might see a rip up into that level Monday, Tuesday, then we'll give up the ghost. All right, so let's go to the next one, NASDAQ. That's US 100. Some brokers has it as US 100, while some brokers NAS 100. So it's NASDAQ. Okay, let it show us the data. Okay, is 4. Network issue. I'm so sorry. Network took me out. So sorry. Can you see my screen? You can see my screen. Please help me type one. Screen, help me type one. See my screen. Please help me type one. Let me know that my screen is visible. Can you see my screen? Thank you very much, Jerabi. Thank you. Okay. All right. So for NASDAQ volume imbalance that I wanted it to get to, trade above it, closed above it, took out this high. So let's see. That's taken out this high. If you put your stuff here, as it took out the high on Wednesday. It took out the high on Wednesday. You have Monday, CPI took it higher, closed above the volume imbalance, and then traded through to this area of liquidity that swept it. On weekly time frame, the only area of inefficiency here is this area here. Let me mark it out for us to see if it's going to be bullish. Because sometimes indices act very crazy, but overall, they still bend their knee to the dollar. Okay, so we might see a touch into that area of inefficiency, that CB, and then give up the ghost and go lower. I'm actually bearish on this to be bearish. The dollar was bearish last week and it was bullish. So this should be. So that's why I said we might want to see a trade into that level, last week's high. You just touch it and then go lower. Or you can even start from here and just continue going lower. If dollar is heavily bullish, then this will just start going lower. But I think you might want to just touch the area of inefficiency before it goes lower. Though overall for the week, I am bearish. Overall for the week, so how it trades Monday, Tuesday, direction, and later on what's gone to my neck, I am bearish. I'm bearish for this pair. I'm bearish for it. This asset, the NAS 100, okay, but that area of inefficiency is a draw on liquidity for me, upward movement before it goes lower. You can see the number of times that's consolidated here. So I want to see one drive up into this before it goes down. All right. Overall, I'm bearish. Overall, I'm bearish. If from Monday Tuesday it starts going lower, then we'll resume at lower prices. Okay. So that's it. That's it. The next one on our indices is US 30 or Dow Jones Industrial Average 30. Now that closed above, you can see it was also bullish. It closed above this CB associated to other blocks. So another rip up higher, there's an FVG here. All right. So that could also, hold price to send it lower. This is bearish order block. The price I want to trade, take out the high of last week and then resume its bearish movement lower. Okay, resume its bearish movement lower. This movement on indices, I actually didn't expect this sporadic movement. I wanted it to trade to this level and start giving up the ghost because I'm actually long-term bearish on the indices. But of course, market will do what it wants to do. So you just trade in line with what market offers you. So from what I'm seeing, we have bearish order block. I want to see it act as a resistance to send price lower with the premise that dollar is bullish. So dollar is bullish, then this should act as support, so as resistance to send this thing lower. Okay, so that is what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. So Monday, that we saw what CPI did. It was Monday. Tuesday was heavily bullish because of CPI. I had consolidation of taking out this. We take out that high. Let me see. I did it. So we want to see Monday, Tuesday taking out that high because this is now double top. Okay, this is double top. So I want to see Monday, Tuesday take out the high and then we see price going lower. Okay, so that this pair. We're also bearish this week. We're entering. We are bearish on US 30. So finally, gold. Before we get to see gold. Now, gold has finally started trading in sync. Bearish last week, though gold was bullish. Gold was bullish. That is, gold was bullish. Now, I traded this actually. I traded it this week. I traded gold this week. I traded last week and I traded it this week as well. Or should I say 2 weeks ago and last week. So I told us that if it gets to this area, this FVG here that I marked out, gold price to act as support to send price higher, and you can see how as price traded to it, it resumed its bullish movement higher. You can see how it happened perfectly, perfect delivery. 4 hours time frame, you can see in fact how we did it. So from here, that's 2 weeks ago, I told us that this is going to be bearish to trade to this level, and it did. And after that, I told us that we want to see price go higher. You can see how price went higher on the line, on the gold went higher. So I bought around this zone. I bought around this zone, and let me show you my execution. This was actually the only trade I took last week. Because I was actually busy occupied with other things, so I couldn't trade well this week that just passed. So you can see my sell here. 2 weeks ago, I sold it. November, sold it here, and my profit was taken. Profit was here, my profit here, and then that was the 50% of this range. That's why I took my profit. Then last week Monday, when I saw this movement, I knew that yes, that started the movement higher has started. So I bought it here. Can you see? This was where I bought it. Can you see the arrow here? I bought it here Tuesday, created extra below of this consolidation, and then rallied higher. This was where I took my take profits here inside this take profits. So where I bought it, where I sold it, I took it back as my take profit. All right. So I sold 2 weeks ago and bought last week. So it was a good short-term trading for me for 2 weeks now. Sold here to this level and bought to this level. So all that I've been teaching you in our Forex intermediate course, you can see that it's actually playing out to the script, playing the script perfectly. You know, so what do I expect? Having traded this way last week and 2 weeks ago, what do I expect? What do I expect now? Because dollar will be bullish, I expect this bearish movements. All right, we have. Let me take off this execution that the chart can be clean. Let me take it out. Okay. So it's off. So if you check on weekly time frame, and this has fulfilled its objective, we have FVG here. All right. So I needed to trade to take out this low or trade to it. That's what I'm looking at. On daily time frame, I want to see movement lower. Let it take out this low. This other block should not hold it. This bullish other block should give way. So you trade through, close below this. So I'm bearish on gold. So I want to see gold go lower. We have FVG here. Let me mark it out and see if it has willingness to trade to it this new week. All right. So I'll be bearish on gold. I'll be bearish. So I want to see price trade to this level. At least take out last week's low and then see if it has willingness to trade to this inefficiency. But I'm ultimately bearish on gold. If the dollar is going to be bullish to trade to this level. All right. So that's my anticipation going forward. So I'm bearish on gold. I'm bearish on gold. All right. So 4 hours, Monday, Tuesday, I'll sell it. I'll sell it Monday, Tuesday. For this to go below this, and then if it has willingness to get to this level. So that's my anticipation for for gold. All right. Then lastly, last but not least, is our BTC. What did BTC do? BTC consolidated last week. Why? See this area I marked out. I marked it out weeks ago. I said that if it breaks above this, then this is the last threshold, because I told us that we are overall bearish on the BTC. So I told us that this level here should act as resistance to take this price, to take BTC lower. You can see how we traded to it, and then 2 times now, poked its head above the wicks above it, but the bodies are within, are inside. Okay, so I want to see downward movements. Dollar is going to be bullish, so this should finally bend the knee to go bearish. All right, we have clean lows here. All right, we have clean lows here, so I want to see bearish money. Let it trade below. All right, let it touch this lower end of this CB. That's what I'm looking at for this asset. I want to see BTC trade lower. All right, so we are also bearish on movements for several weeks has got to our objective. You can see that last week couldn't even go above it. This is where we are, consolidating around this level. So I want to see from Monday, let it trade bearishly and start going up. But you know, it is an everyday thing. Even tomorrow it will trade. Yesterday it traded, today, which is Saturday, it traded, and tomorrow it will still trade, because this for our cryptocurrencies, they trade every single day, 247. So I want to see lower prices in BTC. All right, so that's my analysis for the new week. We've looked at what happened last week, and we've anticipated what is going to happen the new week. I always tell us to be very careful with our risk management. Don't over risk. Be very nimble with your trades. Don't say because you've heard someone analyze that it's going to be like, so you now open your risks and then over leverage. You know, don't do that. Trading is a game of managing risk. The ability to manage risk is what makes you a successful trader. All right, so that is it. So in a nutshell, we are bearish, we are bullish on dollar index, we are bearish Euro USD, GBP USD, AED USD, and NZD USD. Then we are bullish on AUD, USD CAD, USD CHF, USD JPY. We are bearish on the indices, S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Dow. We are also bearish on gold and BTC. I do not analyze minor pairs and exotic pairs. I stick to the majors. All right. So if you're following me, please just know that I'm not going to, except on a personal ground, you might send me personal request to analyze minor pairs for you. That's on personal ground. I'll do that privately for you. But for on general view, I do only the major pairs, indices, and commodities. All right. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, you can ask me a question. I'll be here to answer you. Thank you very much.